What is up? What is up? It's your boy Sino in the house. Absolutely. Hit the like button up. The woman who used to go by the name of Superhead, Karine Stephens, is now changed her name again. Her name is now Elisabeth Ovesen. Why? I have no idea. But she keeps rebranding herself. She burns the name out. She went from a video vixen to a hoe bag. Well, she actually was the wife of Kool G Rap. Then became a video vixen, hoe bag, to a celebrated author of raunchy books. Then she went from that to this sex podcaster. Then she went from that to trying to be a educator in the game of life. And now she's coming after Diddy. I can't make this up, people. See, this is the society we live in. Everybody wants something for free. No one wants to work for anything anymore. So the narratives are going to always change. They're not going to stay the same. So, in case you guys don't know, she wrote a book called Confessions of a Video Vixen. Right? I have this book. I read the whole book on the plane. Now, the whole book is about her exploits in the industry and her revealing names and all of the people she had been with. And the fact that while all this was going on, this was an internal issue. Well, the way I look at it is that for many years, people stayed quiet to this behavior. Like they wouldn't even give it the attention or the light of day. But in today's media and the way things move and operate, These people get a spotlight. Now, why they get a spotlight, I don't know, but they get one. And then everybody in the world start paying attention to them. Like they're very important. They special. Hit the like button, good people. So now she thinks she can come after Diddy.
He was seething when he saw me at Prince had a party at his house, and we were there, of course, before Prince died, and he was scowling at me the whole night, and I found it amusing, but he was obviously very angry with me by that point in our relationship.
You didn't have a relationship with Diddy. You got flown over to get hit. Irv Gotti is who you had a relationship with. Irv is dead now. Ja Rule and Irv was passing you around like a blunt. Diddy and J-Lo had broke up. He was at a party, went to a club, and he was up at a penthouse where they saw you. And Diddy told Irv Gotti, hey, I'm finna go to the crib. Hey, send her over. And Irv was hurt. And he was like, oh, is that yours? Is that your girl for real? Like, that's your main girl? He was like, no, I'll send her over. But he was hurt because he didn't want to send Superhead over. He had feelings. You know Irv was a teddy bear. And you went over there to Diddy. And Farnsworth Bentley was there. Let you in. And he treated you with nothing but respect. And you was like, well, the sex wasn't really nothing, but he was nice. Now, let's fast forward to now. Now you in a relationship with Diddy. How did that happen? The remix.
To go over. Let's start with the introduction.
Censored, Elisabeth. Thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
A lot of people are kind of aware of your history with Diddy, but for those who know nothing about it, how would you categorize your time with him?
And quickly she looks to the side because she's going to go to that creative side of her brain to make something up. How do you categorize that? She's already thinking, how can I make something up right here? Because I'm stuck right now. Everybody saw it.
Oh, yeah.
My time with Sean was
Your time with him.
You brought him out of retirement for this, Pierce. Oh. Yeah.
My time with Sean was honestly pleasant in the beginning. To my recollection, the first time we met, we spent the night together, but he was a consummate gentleman with me in that evening, again, to my recollection.
Ooh.
And
when they blink and their eyes go up at the different time, there has never been a woman in the history of women when they do that and they're like, okay, like, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, usually they're clinically insane, they have psychotic tendencies. I'm not a doctor. This is just MTR field studies.
every other time I saw him after that was in a group setting, so it was fine. The last time I saw him, however, things had taken a bit of a turn. It was after Confessions of a Video Vixen, my first book had been published, and he was seething when he saw me at Prince had a party at his house, and we were there, of course, before Prince died, and he was scowling at me the whole night, and I found it amusing, but he was obviously very angry with me by that point in our relationship.
Whatever.
What relationship? You didn't have one. You didn't have a relationship with Diddy. He was mad because the book you showed him had his name was not in the book. Then you now all of a sudden throw his name in the book when he comes out. He was mad about that. It was like, even though she's like, well, he's barely in the book at all. Exactly. We never really had a relationship. We just hooked up that one time. So that's the point of it. All of a sudden, notice she keeps saying what I can remember.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you actually have any kind of sexual relationship with Diddy at all?
No, Diddy and I did not, well, not to my knowledge.
So, what do you mean by that?
What? Not to my knowledge. I don't, honestly, I'm questioning a lot of things right now.
What do you
So
think?
not to my knowledge. No, I don't think anything right now, just not to my knowledge, because honestly,
That's a very strange response.
But yeah.
To not remember whether you did or not.
yeah, isn't it? It is.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Because honestly, Pierce, before now, again, before I went through my text, again, I haven't read Confessions in 20 years. I wrote it. It was painful to write. So I never wanted to re-traumatize myself and go through those years again. And think about this. I'm a middle-aged woman at this point. I don't want to go back into my 20s and see what happened. But in gathering information for this interview here, reading that passage again for the first time in 20 years, I questioned a lot of things, like, well, why was he so afraid? And why did he try to, make my boyfriend feel as if I wasn't trustworthy? And
Do you think he took advantage of you when you were under the influence of alcohol and drugs?
Now, mind you, she just said a second ago that they went home together on the first night that they met. Diddy was a little bit alarmed when he found out that she was writing a book, but then inevitably when he saw his name wasn't in it, he was cool with it. And now after all of that, she's saying she don't remember? Huh? It's almost as if she's prepping.
Yep. She is prepping herself for a civil lawsuit that's gonna go nowhere. All of a sudden, she's gonna remember the trauma had blinded me to all of the abuse I went through. Now you want to go back and rewrite history. Oh my God, I swear these women are something else. And you wonder why these men be so judgmental of women and be like, y'all scandalous and heartless. This is the reasons why. But baby, whatever you've changed your name to, Karine, Superhead, Elisabeth Ovesen, this is a woman with psychological problems. This is a woman who has violated the Mann Act. Do you realize that? While you're talking, Miss whatever your name is, trying to be Elisabeth Ovesen, and you might get sued for that name, you better have a good reason for saying Ovesen if that's not your name. Because if you start stepping on that trademark reasons, you'll be in big trouble. Did you realize you violated the Mann Act? You have went and wrote a book and documented yourself traveling back and forth, being flown out for sex. Yeah, so you could be arrested. You and whoever flew you out. We got Lil Wayne, Bow Wow, Diddy. How many? The guy that's on, what's his name? Bill Moyer. When you was dating Exhibit, and Diddy told Exhibit to be careful, this girl would take pictures of you with fingers in your booty. And he was like, that's weird. That was a weird analogy. But you had all this recollection to write the book. Now, when you want to get some extra money out of it, now you want to flip the script. Now she's like, I don't know why he would say that and why this would affect my relationship. Why would he want to do all that? I don't understand. No, I understand. You're following the script some lawyers gave you that want you to try to file a civil lawsuit to try to get Diddy to settle out of court because Diddy didn't know you. And then you slept with Diddy. So you said, based by your accounts. I don't have to make that up. Now you saying you don't remember sleeping with Diddy. Good luck with that in court, lady. Good luck with that in a civil lawsuit. You saying you don't recall. I don't recall does not help you in a lawsuit. I don't recall. If you don't recall, then why are we here? Because you not recalling something is a main reason we are here. So when you say you don't recall, guess what? That means it didn't happen. That's why all these civil lawsuits are so stupid. I remember taking a sip of champagne and then I felt woozy. And then everything was just like spots. So all y'all take the sip of champagne and then y'all memory is spotty. So I might have a few things wrong because it's amazing how much recollection you have to everything that's happening to you in clear detail. But you're drugged and you're woozy and you don't know. That destroys your case. You're not credible. Now, the whole world could see this is an embarrassing feat for her. As she's sitting there freestyling live on the show. She's gearing up for some type of lawsuit. In my opinion. But this is a woman who has violated the Mann Act several times herself. See, that's how weak the Mann Act is. And I'm going to expose all of it. I was going to put it on the Patreon first and let the Patreons have it. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to air all these people out. And I'm going to put, just like I did yesterday and told y'all, all of these doggone producers who have violated the Mann Act, who make all the billions of dollars, and I say billions, into the adult film industry. All of the players in the game, the major players. I named them all for you on the Patreon. Then we took it a step further today. So I'm going to go and put this on the Patreon first. So y'all need to see that. I was going to do it here on YouTube, but I said, nah, just now. Just came up with that. Put it on the Patreon. I don't care what that dude do. That dude is on his own agenda. We already know what he's doing. So we just leave him be. You know, we've already said what he is. We know what he is now. He can't fool nobody else no more. We know what he's about. So when you're about something and you get exposed for being about that, it's like, come on, dude, stop. Play with somebody else. Like, that stuff just don't work on me. Just don't. So, oh yeah, hit the like button, good people. Hit the like button. Definitely hit the like button up. And definitely come in, take a seat, enjoy what's happening here, because you're hearing it in real time before it becomes something else. Oh yeah, we can continue this. Look at her. Middle-aged woman, still delusional, still psychopathic, crazy, former drug head. And you think all those drugs didn't have effect?
It's as if she's prepping for a future lawsuit.
Yep.
I don't know. And
But do you
I
fear
never thought
that's the
before.
case now
I've
from
never thought.
everything you've read?
Honestly, yes. Given the context, now that I know, because again, I never knew any of these things about him before. So the things that I learned in the trial, I did not know. I never saw that side of him. I did not know. I never understood. And again, in 2005, when I published Confessions, it says I didn't understand why he was so fearful of me, because our time together was pleasant. And I was like, wait, what is he so afraid of? What does he not want me to tell? I didn't see anything at that point. At that point, I hadn't seen anything. At that point, we had, I thought, just a friendly, platonic night together. So I was confused then, and 20 years later, I'm confused now. So to my knowledge, I've never had sex with Sean Combs. We never had that kind of relationship.
Now, to her knowledge, after her saying that the sex wasn't all that in her book, she's admitting now she don't remember having sex with Sean Diddy Combs. Do you remember the countless others? Now, she's just admitted that she can't recall having sex with Diddy. And they was like, we find that kind of shocking now that you can't recall any of this. It's pretty weird. So this whole interview went left because we don't know what the hell she's doing. She's changed her name to Elisabeth Ovesen and come out with this.
None of that was true. We saw something, however, that tells us something about this person. We saw a videotape of him brutalizing Cassie, and that tells me everything I need to know about this person's character. So even if nothing else was true, that alone is enough reason for him to be canceled indefinitely. But I fear that's not what's going to happen. I think this is just emboldening more men to do the same thing. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to get islands and in different countries, to escape persecution from things like this. There are men that I know personally who are involved in this, who have done things similar to this, who have parties like this. Diddy's not the only one. This is not a Sean Combs problem. This is a societal community issue here in this town. And it's not just the artists, it's also their attorneys, their publicists. It's the hotels. I was brutalized in a hotel, and guess what happened? That tape disappeared. When I went to get my police report from the police station, it was destroyed, all within 48 hours to protect the person who had brutalized me. It is systemic. So it doesn't matter, if Diddy gets off or not, in the sense that it won't stop anything. I think if anything, it makes it all worse.
First off, cut the bullshit.
But no, she's right. She's right on this point. She's trying to say this is an industry problem. Exactly. This happens in the industry. And the people that she's talking about, she knows. The reason she knows because she didn't after all of them. So she knows all about it. There is no doubt she knows what's going on. You're right. They do have, they don't live in the United States. No. United States laws, they live in other countries. They kick it in the United States for events. But most of them don't live here. They live in London, they live in Europe, where the laws are laxed. They have crazy language films. Their movies are intense. You think the movie Kids was something in the 90s? They got stuff way worse than that with teenagers. They got a whole TV series right now on Netflix with some teenage kids. Foreign language film. Keep telling you, y'all better wake up. This game is something else. It's something crazy. So by her saying this isn't a Sean Combs problem, she's right. But like she says, it showed about his character. So you don't have to like the man. You don't have to like his character. You don't have to like what he does. But she's right. These people own hotels. Videotapes disappear all the time. And she's like, I know a few people in which she was attacked at a hotel. But she didn't realize, she didn't tell the whole story. She was the one that was out of control at the hotel. And somebody picked her up and threw her in the trash can. because she was being unruly, trying to fight other girls and trying to fight other dudes. She was going off the drugs. She was just wild. Then she started basically being a high-priced escort. Even though she's married, her husband didn't mind. He knows all about her life, knows that she gets the call. She has to get up and go out and perform sexual duties for money. And he'll have a tub waiting for her, a nice tub. She can go and soak in the bath and do all that and get her money.
Karine.
Super freak. Oh, there's plenty of stories. So now she wants to change her name from Karine Stephens yet again to now she's Elisabeth Ovesen. She wants to keep changing her name. She has a mental imbalance. She's crazy. And they was like, man, it'd be those super smart girls with very good, like Candace Owens. There you go. Candace Owens, right? Bat it crazy. They'd be super book smart, but crazy in real life. Can you imagine sitting down having a conversation with Candace Owens? I mean, can you talk like a real person and not a robot? Well, it's all going down here. Because she was in violation of the Mann Act, and they alter it so it doesn't just apply to men. She's been in violation for it. She's received funds for prostitution going across state lines, international state lines. Bill Moyer is one of the people that has been using her services, as he's been sleeping with black women for years, exploiting them, all claiming to be an ally. Telling you in real time, these people are moving reckless out here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Oh, shouts out to Cammy, my stretchologist. Keeping the Cino in fine tune shape. See Sino right there. And they told you Sino was fat. You believe these people, man? Told you these people be lying to you. Mm-hmm. I am very surprised and hurt. Mm. Wow. Okay, are we back? Hit the like button up, because they trying to come for your boy already. They trying to do it. You see what they just did? You see how that just came out of nowhere? That's why I say hit the like button up. This is what I be talking about, people. About the corruption. Now, why would they take that type of approach? What did we say that was wrong? Now I am going on the Patreon to do that right now, just because they pissed me off. With just doing that move right there, yeah, they just pissed me off. So they finna get all the smoke. Y'all wanted to play with me. I'm gonna show you how to play. Since y'all trying to stop what's actually known history, okay, I ain't gonna even argue with you. I am not gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna upload it to my Patreon. Oh, there we go. Let's get it cracking, Captain. Let's get it cracking, Captain. Oh! Now, you want to play? Okay, we finna play. You don't want me to talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about you, Superhead, right? Do y'all want me talking about Superhead? Y'all so mad about what I'm gonna say about Superhead. Okay. Now I'm finna really go in. Oh, is it because I said Bill Moyer? How she was sleeping with him and he was paying her money to do it? Oh, she ain't the first black woman he done paid for interstate travel for the Mann Act. She has violated the Mann Act just like Bill Moyer has violated the Mann Act. Transportation for sexual purposes. There are plenty of black women that can contest to that. And Bill knows it. That's why you mad? Because it can go deeper than that. Because we didn't go into R.B. Drake Graham, flying out people, baby mamas just for sex, flying them across state lines, flying them to Toronto, Canada, and flying them back. Even though 5 of them are dead, there's still some out there that's living that he's did it. So Drake has definitely violated the Mann Act. And it don't have to be international lines. It could be state lines. If you flew them to California, if you flew them to Florida, if hell, I'm in Illinois. If I cross this border, Wisconsin is only like 10 minutes away from me. If I go over that borderline and I'm in Wisconsin, I've now traveled and transported her over there for sexual purposes. So I'm going to expose to you all of these people who could have been arrested for the Mann Act. That's going on. That video is going up on the Patreon right now. It is actually loading up right now. It's at 40-some%. I ain't playing around. 45. 46. So it's going up on the Patreon. They just pissed me off. So if you're my Patreon members, you're going to see it and you're going to understand what we're talking about. I ain't playing no games. They want to play with me? I'll show you who you're playing with. Because I expected this kind of nonsense for you. But I'll give you one for free. I'll tell you one for free right now just because they didn't piss me off. Because you didn't piss me off, I'm going to bring it up right now. One of the main people that you can get for this is actually, they've admitted to doing it. Ray J and Kim Kardashian. Ray J and Kim Kardashian went to Mexico, and according to Ray J's confessions, they went over there, and by Kris Jenner, she actually put this together. According to Ray J, she orchestrated it. They went across international waters into Mexico, another country, to film sex acts. And sold the tape and got paid for commerce. Violation of the Mann Act. Didn't matter if it was consensual, right? It was the transportation part. Now, I still have a problem with this. Often have this problem, and it's the main question. How can you be found guilty of transporting people for prostitution when you was found innocent or not guilty of prostitution? So if there's no RICO and there is no prostitution, you're not guilty of that. How are you going to be guilty of the Mann Act? I'm guilty of an act that never took place. You just said there's no sexual trafficking. I'm not arrested for sex trafficking. How could I fly them out for it? Weirdest charge I've ever seen in history. That's why people are scratching their heads. That's why lawyers is like, yeah, this is political. This is all political. It's trash because it's not about the law anymore. They're bending and making the law into what they want it to be. This is what I'm fighting against. You keep thinking this is all about Diddy. Oh, it's about Diddy. You doing this for Diddy. No. This ain't about Diddy. This is about your dumb ass. This is about you. Because if they get away with doing this, they can do this to y'all anytime they want, and they'll use Diddy as the example. The case, the People versus Sean Combs. This law was passed. They raved about this law when we put it in place for Mr. Combs, and no one had any objections, and he's a black man, so I don't understand why we can't do this to Jamal. You see, this is how laws are prevalent. When they have cases such as this that is egregious, they're going to make it as an example of law, like when they have Roe versus Wade. They always revert back to other cases. This case will be reverted back to so people can look at and say, well, this is a thing for justice. No, it's not a thing for justice. It's a way to control and put a foot on the neck of black people in court. Black, successful black men. No white man in the face of this earth has ever faced that scrutiny, except for Harvey Weinstein. They said, what about Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein, right now they're telling you, Jeffrey Epstein did not have a client list. Jeffrey Epstein, no one took him out. It was just straight suicide. Jeffrey Epstein. So if there's no client list, and there's none of this, all of this has just been revealed, right? If that's the case, then why is Giselle Maxwell, whatever her name, Jazine Maxwell, what's she locked up for then? Ain't no client list, then what the hell is she doing there? If there ain't no clients. Why is she locked up? Can someone explain that? Everybody should get what I'm trying to say because it's what it is. They're not using the law. They're breaking the law. That's the problem. If you're going to break the law to try to say you're upholding the law, I can't rock with that. I can't get jiggy with that. Don't tell me you breaking the law just as you want to uphold the law in your frame. Mm-hmm. Do you remember this, Superhead? Amyl nitrate. Do you remember that, Superhead? Do you want to know what amyl nitrate is? Known as poppers. Let's look at it. Historically, amyl nitrate was used to treatment for anginal pectoral chest pain by dilating blood vessels and improving blood flow to the heart. It was used as an antibiotic for cyanide poisoning. Amyl nitrate is used as an addictive in diesel fuel to improve its engine properties. Recreational. Amyl nitrate is inhaled for its euphoric and intoxicating effects. It provides a brief rush of sensations, including flushing, dizziness, and headaches. Recreation use of amyl nitrate is illegal in many jurisdictions and can cause serious health risks. Now, do you want me to go into that story? I don't think you'd want me to do that. Could you skip that in your book? You just said drugs, right? But you was gone off them nitrates. Now, when you get me mad, this is what happens. You see, when I say leave me alone, my channel is small compared to these giants. Y'all do everything y'all can to hold me back. I'm not bothering y'all. I'm sitting here talking to the people that want to hear what I have to say. I was being guarded. I'm saying what the topic was. We stand on there. We're not going down these roads. But we got plenty of stories about Diddy we could tell, but we're going to wait till all the trial and all that's over so they don't try to come with no BS, right? Did that. We've been doing just fine by doing so. Now, we got to get to the other side of the problem. The people that was doing these acts, who was commercially putting themselves in these acts. And where they all ended up. They ended up all going left. Everyone see where society is and how they fit in. The whole nine. No one has any complaints and they don't have anything other, they don't have anything wild to say. In other words. Well, they never questioned old girl from City Girls because she's not going to cooperate and she hadn't committed a crime. See, they have nothing on her. So if they don't have anything on you, then what you going to be able to do? Now, this guy here, they said, well, from the text messages, we could say that we could charge you for cocaine. So you got to come in there and say what you need to say. So the guys went in there and said what they needed to say. And that was that. Now, I have been stuck in a rut. I have been going around here, my brain is spinning in circles, and everybody is trying to figure out what in the world is going on. They're trying to figure out why in the world are certain people saying such bad things about you and all of this stuff. Why? Because you don't fit the agenda. You don't go along with that. But see, they've never been around Diddy. They've never been around any celebrity. So what could they ever tell you? Me, I've been around all of them. You've seen it. For 20, 30 years, I was around celebrities. I was there before they were celebrities and when they became celebrities. Floyd Mayweather was a broke boxer in 1995. Now he's Money Mayweather. $100 million mansions and all of this, right? Kel Mitchell from Kenan and Kel. Nick Cannon was living in his car. Kenan Thompson lived in a 2-bedroom condo. Brian Robbins was an executive producer on a show called All That. Brian Robbins ended up becoming president of music over there at Universal? Now he's president of music at Universal. Tina Davis. We watched Tina grow up throughout the record business, going from company to company, working with BET, to now she's the head of Empire Records. You ain't know we were related, did you? You see, there is so much in this industry you don't even know. Kanye West used to rap, and the guy who says is his mentor, No ID, trained SC. So plenty of people that knew Kanye West and all of them. We all know them all. He used to work at the store at the Evergreen Plaza. His mother was teaching at my college. I never had a class, but he would be up there in the Harold Washington Hall freestyling with a bunch of dudes wearing some blue jean shorts and some K-Swiss. Trying to freestyle rap and all this thing in the ciphers. Grew up, seen it all. Who was there when Nas did his I Am press release tour? Right? Who was basically a roadie for that when that press tour hit Chicago? Who was at Congress Theater helping them set up advertising and marketing for the I Am here? That was me. So when I tell you I seen things, I know things that happened, and then all these other people, you guys find out years later, and all these other people are just talking. Some of them have seen my previous videos. I've been making these videos for 16 years or more on YouTube. Right? On at least this channel here. This one goes back to 2010 or 2009, 2009. So, yeah, that's a long time. And on this channel alone, and this was my third channel. So as I tell you, we have things going everywhere in many different directions, like an octopus. We've seen this game. We're just not impressed. Have you been around 50 Cent? No, I have. Have you been around all these other people? You haven't. I have. Me and Diddy has never had a real interaction except for him acquiring about me. He was nervous when I was there, and I guess he didn't know who I was and thought I might have been there. He was real paranoid. So I've told this story long before there was a trial. Once he was like, no, that's my guy. I know him. Yeah, he's cool. And he ain't had no problems with me since then. He just needed Floyd to vouch for me. But it was weird for him to be the only one freaked out. Now, F. Gary Gray. I was there. Brian Hooks. When Brian Hooks was making his films, when he was doing 3 Strikes, him and DJ Pooh was finna make a whole string of movies, and Suge Knight was signing up for it, and Tupac was gonna be a part of it. Tupac was coming in and was gonna play in these movies. The budget was gonna be a lot bigger than what they rolled out. Yes, thank you. There was plenty of misdirection that led to a lot of feelings going left to right. Mm-hmm. Now, what do we often say? When it comes to scenarios, right? And people with images, people who jump to narratives, people who change their personalities, they change their character, they change who they are. Who are they doing it for? What are they doing it for? You see, these are the narratives that we need to address, because what we're starting to see is a trending format that don't fit our agendas. No one is asking you to like Sean Combs' behavior. His behavior is not on trial. No one's saying, hey, we don't like the way you was sleeping with her. The question you gotta ask yourself is, why you in their bedroom? For these Christians, now if you don't want to support Sean Combs for that, that's your business. That is your choice, and simply your choice. But the point I have a problem with is, don't lie on him. Don't lie. Don't bend the rules to fit your agenda. Don't go out here and push an agenda that tears down black men, that enslaves us with laws that are unjust. That's what I'm standing up for. So them passing these type of laws would have been detrimental to all of us. All these people who believe Donald Trump got it all figured out. He got this super bill. That super bill gonna be a monster. Watch what I tell you. Yeah, I'm watching. And all I see is a super bill that's gonna lead to a non-super meal for black folk. They was like, gas went down. I'm like, you do realize it's the 4th of July weekend, travel weekend. They gonna lower it, then they gonna raise it back up. That's what they do. No surprise here, people. No surprise. So go over to the Patreon. That video is already up and running. We've already uploaded it. So hopefully you all enjoy. I should get back with y'all directly. Appreciate y'all with the super chats, the likes. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Yeah, y'all look up, and now y'all know what amyl nitrates are. The medical term for them. These Hollywood party drugs that are extremely dangerous, and they have side effects on people, and they don't think they have lasting effects. They think they come back to normal. You're never the same when you take these type of drugs. $100%. Now, thank you. Appreciate you. Jamie Foxx, I don't think it was no drugs at all. He was always weird. So like, share, subscribe.